Welcome back. So today we will see Morgan Stanley interview questions. So there are three rounds. The first round is written, and in written we have to pass the hacker rank coding test. So there are two programming scenario based questions. So if you practice with the hacker rank, then you will easily clear the first round. And the first two round is the important. The first round is written. Once you crack the written, after that you have a technical round. The technical round consists of two rounds, that is T1 plus T2. Both will happen on the same day. So here are the programs, whatever they ask in the technical round. Okay. So if you see the first program, the program is to check given string is anagram or not. When I attended this Morgan Stanley interview, and that time they asked me like, what is anagram? I thought I was like blank, like what is anagram? First of all, I was not able to understand what is anagram. Okay, so these are the question they asked to me, and I'm going to write the code, and I will help you all so that you can practice it and you can clear the Morgan Stanley round. Okay, so the first question is program to check given string is anagram or not. So let's write the program for that. So first of all, what is anagram? So anagram is nothing. It's a the length of the two string is equal. Let's suppose I have one string is keep, right? And what is the opposite of this string? The opposite is peak, right? So if I write here peak, so if you see the character is same, I mean Keep, keep, and the opposite of keep is peak, but the length is same and number of character is same, then this string is called anagram. Okay. Now one more example. Let's suppose I have a cat. Okay. So what is the anagram of this string? TAG. Sorry, TAC. So if you see the length is same and the character is also same. Only difference is this is opposite of the string 1. So string 2 is the opposite of string 1. So two things needs to be remembered. The length will be same. The second thing, the number of characters are same. Okay. So let me write here length and number of characters are same. This is called anagram. Okay. So let's write the program. So here I have an anagram test class, and I created one public static void main method. Now, first of all, take a toString. So string str1 equals to, let's suppose example is keep. Okay. String str2 equals to, what is the anagram of this string? P-double-E-K. And we have to check whether our string is anagram or not. Okay. Now the first thing is, what is the first thing? Length. So first we'll check the length. So if str1 dot length is not equals to str2 dot length, then what will happen? Here you need one boolean value. So take a boolean value here. Boolean, suppose a flag equals to, by default this value is suppose true. So if length is not equal, that means both string str1 and str2 will not be anagram, because if length is not equal, that means strings are different, right? So flag equals to false. Okay. Else, let's suppose if length are equal, then what we have to do? If you see here, what we have to do? We have to check the number of characters are same or not, right? So let's check here. So first of all, we need a char array. So take a char array here. Char array str1 equals to what we have here, str1. So we have to store all these string values to character array, right? So str1 dot to char array. Okay. Same we have to do for the string 2 char. Let me copy this one here, and this will be str2 equals to str2 dot to char array. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to sort this array, right? We have to sort this array. So we have arrays dot sort, and we need to pass this character array sort1, comma, char array str2. Okay. Why is showing me error? Character dot sort comparator. Hmm. Okay. Not this one. Arrays dot sort. Which method we have to take? If you see, this method is taking only one argument, right? And we pass two arguments. Sort. If you see here, character array. This is my character array, right? This one. And you can see here, sort is taking only one argument, and we pass two arguments, right? So use this one. And here we pass first this one, str1, char array str1, and then we'll pass arrays dot sort. Now the second one, char array str2. Okay. Now what we did, we converted this two string to character array first, and then we have sorted this to string. Okay. Now we have a here flag, right? Take this flag and check flag equals to. We have to check the equality right here. We already sorted this two string, and now we have to check the equality. So flag equals to arrays dot what? Equal method we have, right? Which equal method? This equal method, right? Here we are taking two arguments. So call equal method here, and we have to pass again the same char array string, comma, str2, char array str2, right? That's it. Done. Now here we have to provide the if else condition. If flag true, then if flag true, then this will be done, right? And what will be the output? System dot out dot println str1 and str2 both are anagram, right? Else, if flag is false, then let me copy this syso from here, and we'll provide the message here. str and str2 are not anagram. Okay. Now let me run this and we'll see the output. So here str1 and str2 both are anagram, okay? Because the length are same and number of characters are also same. Only thing is peek is reverse of keep. Let's suppose one more example, cat. So what is the reverse of cat? Cat is TAC. So this is also anagram, right? So let me run this program. str1 and str2 both are anagram, right? Let's suppose one negative scenario. So let's suppose here we have tag, then we have here dog. Then what will be the output? Here the length are same, but characters are different, right? Characters are different. So the output will be, it's not an anagram. Let me run this program. See here, str1 and str2 are not anagram, okay? So let's suppose what happen if I will provide. So they asked like if I will provide here uppercase, then what will be happen? Let's suppose here G is capital God, and what is the anagram of God? That is DOG. The length are same, only we have to, and the character are same, and we have to reverse the str2. Then what will be the output here? So let me run this program. Whether it will provide the output? No. It will not provide the output. It will provide a, whether we can see it's an anagram because the length are same and number of characters are also same. GOD, DOG, right? But it will say STR and STR2 are not anagram. Let's see. See, STR1 and STR2 are not anagram, but here we can see these two strings are anagram, but we are getting not anagram. Why? Because here we have provided capital G and capital D. So for this, what we have to do, we have to write one more thing here, str1 dot to lowercase, so that it will always convert all the string to lowercase, and this will run for each and every string. Okay, same thing I have to write here also, str2 dot to lowercase. Okay, now this will work. Now run the program. See, str1 and str2 both are anagram. Take one more example. Let's suppose capital keep, everything are capital here, and here let's suppose peak. Now run this one. Let's see the output. See, both are anagram. Okay, so this is the first question. Only we have to take care about the length. Both the strings, the length should be same for both the string, and the character should be same for both the string, and the characters are in reverse order. If these three things are happen, then the string is anagram string. Okay. Now what next question? Yeah, the second question is, can I make a list as final and show me with a program? So on that time, I given the answer is yes, we can make the list as final, but they asked me to write a program how we can make a list as final and what will be happen. So the correct answer is we can make a list as final, but there is one problem. So they asked me to show me how we can write a program and what is the result. Okay, so let's see this question with the help of example. Let me create one more class here. Java example, sorry, list example. Okay, so let me create a main class here. Now take a list here. So list, let's suppose list of integer I have here. List equals to new array list. Okay, let me import the package. Okay, and let me add something first here. List dot add, and let's suppose the scenario is we have to create a list which is the multiple of 5. So multiple of 5. So what is the output? The output is 5, 10, 15, 20, like that. Okay, so let's add here list dot add 5. Let me copy this one. This will be 10. This will be 15. And this is 20. Okay. Now, if I will print this list, what will be the output? Let me print this one. List dot stream dot for each and result. I am using lambda expression here. System dot out dot print ln. What result? Then what is the output? The output is 5, 10, 15, and 20, right? Let's run this program. We'll check what is the output. See, the output is 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Now, let's suppose I make this list. Okay, let's suppose I got another scenario that I have to print. I have to take a list and I have to print the output is multiple of 2. Okay, this scenario I got. So here if you see 2, 4, 6, 8, this should be output, right? Then in this time, what do you think? What can I do? Whether I will create one more list or I can use the same list object, right? So the best scenario is to use the same list object. So they are, I mean, they wanted me to create a new object here. So if let's suppose if I created a new object here on that time, they will get to know like you are not a good coder. Okay, you don't know the best practices. So what I haven't created a new object. I use the same object here, list, and equals to new array list. Use this same object and add here list dot add what, 2, and copy this one, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and if I want to print this one, then what will be the output? Let me copy from here the same line, and here I will provide system dot out dot println. Okay, so if you see here, this program is going to create only one object, right? And with the same list, what I'm trying to do, I am providing the output with multiple of 5, and also I am providing the output with multiple of 2. Now see the output here. Okay, let me run this class. Yeah, see, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 2, 4, 6, 8. And we created only one object. If you see here, I have created only one object here, right? Now the question, come to the question. The question is, can I make a list as final? So if I will make list here final, then we will get a error. Type of final here, final, final. Now you see here we are getting error, right? Because if I make list as a final, on that time we can't assign or we can't create the object, and we can't assign any other memory locations, right? So if you see here, what is the error? Make list not final. This is the error, right? So what is the answer of this question? Because see, Morgan Stanley, this type of company, they will always ask a tricky question, right? If I remove this final, then fine, everything is fine. But if I remove this code, everything is fine. Yes, we can make the list as final. If you see here, list as final, if you run this program, you will get the output. See the output. I just ran the program. Let's see the output. See, you are getting the output here. Then what is the question of this answer? Sorry, what is the answer of this question? Can I make a list as final? So the answer is yes, we can make list as final, but we can't store any other memory locations to the list, or we can't create any other object with the same list, right? So if I write these things, so if you see here, we are getting the error here, right? So this is the program of the second question. So the answer is yes, we can make a list as a final, but once we mark list as final, on that time we can't assign any other memory location to the list, or we can't create any other object. Now they will ask, okay, so how can I make sure nobody can modify my list? So on that time you have to say, we have one more method that is called collections dot unmodifiable list. If you see here, unmodifiable list, this is my collections dot unmodifiable list. So it's better, don't use final, use this method, collections dot unmodifiable list. So if you use this method, collections dot unmodifiable list, then after this nobody can modify your list. Okay, so this type of question they will ask. So you can say, instead of final, use collections dot unmodifiable list. Okay, so this question is also done. Now the third question is, what is immutable class, and create a user defined immutable class. Okay, so let's create a user defined immutable class. Immutable class means a class that instance variable cannot be changed, right? So let me create one Java class here. User defined immutable. So the first thing, how to create an immutable class, the first thing is make class as final. Final. Okay. Let me write here. Make class final. The second thing is instance variable. Instance variable is also final. Okay. Initialize instance variable inside a constructor, and do not create setter method. Only create getter method. Okay. These four things are necessary while creating a immutable class. I mean user defined immutable class. Let's write the program. So the class is final. Now take an instance variable. So private final string. Let's suppose I want to create Aadhaar card. So Aadhaar card number. Okay. If you see, you can see here it's throwing error. And what is the error? Aadhaar card number might not have been initialized. Okay. So as I mentioned here, where we are going to initialize our instance variable? Inside a constructor. Okay. So let me create a constructor here. Public user defined immutable class. And here we have to pass our Aadhaar card number. Now this dot Aadhaar card number equals to Aadhaar card number. Okay. And what's the next thing? Do not create setter method, only create getter method. Okay. So let me create the getter method only. So generate and go to getter. Yeah, I want only getter method. Okay. So this is the example of immutable class. If you see here, the class is final, the instance variable is also final, and we created only getter method. Getter, not setter method. Okay. Now after that they ask you, okay, so you have created this immutable class. Now how you are going to access? How you are going to access this Aadhaar card number? Okay, because this is how you are going to access this Aadhaar card number. Okay. So for this, let's create another class, main class, so that we can access this class. So let me call here test immutable class. Immutable test immutable main. Okay, and create a main method here. Main public static void main. Now, any idea how we are going to access this Aadhaar card number? This is the example of immutable class, right? So we already solved this question. We already solved this question. What is immutable class and create a user-defined immutable class? The answer is this one. Now, once you will create this immutable class, so they will ask how you are going to access this Aadhaar card number. We assign the values here because this is the final instance variable, right? So how we are going to access this Aadhaar card number? So for that, the example is, the answer is, we have to create here one static method. So public static user defined immutable and access Aadhaar card number. Okay. So use this, pass this Aadhaar card number as a parameter, and we have to return what? Return what is the type of this method? User defined immutable. So whenever anyone call this method, we will return a new object. So return new this Aadhaar card number. Sorry, not this one. Return new the object of this class, right? And here we have to pass this Aadhaar card number. Okay. Now come to the main class. and here what we will do, so obj equals to dot access which method, this method, right? I'm calling this method. Okay, and here let's suppose I want to pass some Aadhaar card number. So what is the Aadhaar card number? Let's suppose 456 and 987 and 123. This is Aadhaar card number. Now I have to print this Aadhaar card number. So system dot out dot println. How can we print? Obj dot what method we have here? Getter method. We don't have the setter method, right? We have only getter method. So obj dot get Aadhaar card number. Let me run this program. We'll see the output. Okay, let me first remove this final from here, because in this class it's showing the error. Yeah, now let me run this class. And see, we are getting the Aadhaar card number. Okay. So this is the example of immutable class. If someone will ask you how can we define the user-defined immutable class, then your answer will be this one only. This is your answer. This is your program. Okay. This is the user-defined immutable class. And if someone will ask, okay, you have created this Aadhaar card number, but how you are going to access this number? Because inside the setter method, you have only get method. Then how you are going to access this class? So for that, the answer is we need to create one static method, and through main class we will access this. We will call get Aadhaar card number, right? So what next? This is done. Yeah, the fourth question is Java 8 features and use of Lambda expression. So Java 8 features, you can read what all features we have, and what is the use of Lambda expression. So the use of Lambda expression is to perform the action. To perform the action. That means we can pass the whole code as a parameter inside a method, right? This is the definition of lambda function, right? Because the functional program is enable in Java 8. So what is the use of lambda expression? You can say this answer. Now the fifth question is what all Git operations have you used? So this question is for if you know about the Git. Git is like there we can check in or check out our project. So here they ask like write the commands to how to check in project and how to check out the project, how to pull, push and merge. What is the command of pull, push and merge? So for this I have created another video, Git tutorial. So I will provide the link in the description part, and you can go there and you can get all the commands from there. Git tutorial. Okay, you will get many more commands. I have provided many more commands like how to check in, how to check out, how to pull, push, merge. All commands are there with the examples. Okay, so I will provide the link in the description part. So you will get the answer of this question from my Git YouTube video. Okay, so and this is the last questions, and then round 3 is HR. HR is nothing. It's just a formal communication like how much experience do you have, if you are fresher or experienced, and do you have any offer and what much offer you want? All these things they will ask. So the best thing, the main thing is this round 2, technical round. If you clear this round, written round 1, then the main round is round 2, and here they will ask this type of questions. So when I attend, I got this type of questions, and this is the solution I have given. If you see, all the solutions are here. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any doubt, anything you want, just give me your suggestion in the comment. I will provide the answer. Thank you.